So last episode was a pretty big one, as not only did we beat the Vikings and the Broncos to continue our win streak, but also had an X-Factor breakout scenario for our 6'4" cornerback, Greedy McKenzie. Unfortunately, he had to go against Mr. Justin Jefferson. Had a pretty good start at it, could not finish the scenario, but then he had a repeat in Denver, and of course was able to take care of business, get that scenario, and ultimately become that X-Factor, also helping us, once again, continue that win streak, which, speaking of, we're going to try to continue against the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals in today's episode. See if any more breakouts come around, and they do not. No players of the week either, but still worthy to take a look across the board, see if anyone else we played against or kind of care about got one. J.J. McCarthy with 5 total touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes with 5 touchdowns, Hendrickson with 3 sacks, Hutchinson with 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Some pretty good games there for each side's respective award winner. But yes, the 8-4 Detroit Lions, 87 overall as well, so they're up there in the wins, they're up there in the overall. This could be our toughest task for all we know yet. As far as center goes, I guess we'll ease Palmer back into the starting role. He is healthy now after all. And I think we're also only missing one more week for Polk. We'll have to take a look. Maybe we can pull him off IR early if he's healthy. I'm not 100% sure. But obviously, Patton has been great in his absence, taking over the number 1 wide receiver role and really looking great doing it. 90 spec catch, I didn't even realize, by the way. But yeah, 7 touchdowns, 838 yards. I don't really want to ruin a great thing, so no matter what, whether Polk is fully healthy or not, I think he's going to go to the number 2 spot while Patton stays in the number 1. It's been great, so why ruin a good thing? And then defensively, Ojulari's been great. The rest, I guess Barmore's heated up a little bit. The rest in the D-line, definitely inconsistent. DBs have been wonderful, and because of that, the team looks good enough to maybe even continue this win streak all the way into the playoffs and beyond. As, of course, we do have the Chiefs in Week 17, which is going to be one hell of a way to start next episode. But let's take a look at this Detroit Lions team. See the injuries of ourselves. Maybe we can pull them off. It says injured, return, no. So he can't return just yet, but next week should be the case where he can. Detroit, however, no injuries at all, so no worries to be found. Obviously, they could have had injuries. They might have just had like 3 huge names finally come back, for all we know. But let's take a look at this Detroit Lions team, who still features Jared Goff as their starting quarterback. Obviously, good enough throw power and very accurate. What you're going to get from Goff, and that's all you really need from a quarterback. So very problematic for us. Looking at Jahmyr Gibbs, looking really good, very elusive, obviously insanely speedy. They do not have Montgomery anymore, but they have Alexander Madison, who's actually pretty damn close in style to him, play style-wise. Let's take a look at the wide receivers now, who, of course, is still going to feature Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown at the number 1 spot. Jameson Williams at number 2 is not really developed, but he's very fast, obviously. And then Kadarius Toney at 3, who has potential, but has not really lived up to said potential. Laporta, 90 overall, looking great. Left tackle, rookie, but looks really good already. Left guard, definitely needs a replacement. Center, one of the best in the league. Right guard, definitely needs a replacement. Then right tackle, maybe the best in the league. Left end, Castaneda, Castaneda, 79 speed, but 91 excel, so he can get off the line pretty quickly. Amazing finesse, decent block shed, definitely well on his way to becoming the complementary piece they've been looking for, opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson, who, speaking of, is right in front of us with really good ratings, 95 plus in every pass rush ability / run stop rating. Aleem McNeil, amazing defensive tackle, really good at block shed and decent at finesse. Wingo is starting to develop a little bit, almost a similar type player to him. Left out, definitely needs some work there. Middle linebacker, good, not great. Middle linebacker, 2. Not a whole lot of speed at this linebacker spot. Right out, however, Lowry, wrong scheme again. This team doesn't know who the hell to draft. Cornerbacks, Arnold, slow-ish, but really good. Rakestraw, slow-ish, but pretty good. Carlton Davison, really slow. Davis, slow, but really good coverage. Free safety, Kevin Williams, 5'0", with 90 speed, 79 zone. Brian Branch looking really good, 81 man, 88 zone. Don't know where the hell Kelvin Joseph went, but I guess they just moved on from him. Kicker, no kick power at all, but punter, the strongest in the entire league. So really weird kind of special teams unit there, but that is the way the Lions look. Telling me probably a short pass / run game team. Although looking at the numbers, the offense looks pretty bad. So I don't know what you do here. I guess short pass because the runners of like Amon-Ra and I guess, Jameson, even though he's more of a deep threat guy. On the other side of the ball, their points per game is good, but they're still not looking good over here either. Interior, they're okay. I think they do have a better edge rush unit, obviously. I still think you could probably run the ball in the middle on them. And as far as our focus players go, I don't think anything will change. Maybe even Uche, perhaps, if anyone. I think Uche would make the most sense to replace. But who do you replace on this list? Maybe the left tackle, just get this offensive line better. Would make sense. We have a couple of upgrade points. Speaking of D. Patton. Always love to see an upgrade for a wide receiver, especially a young up-and-coming one. D. Patton with a playmaker upgrade gets 3 to deep route, 1 to juke move, 1 to catch, 2 to catch in traffic, 1 to carry in, 2 to ball carrier vision, 1 to short route, spec catch, and trucking. I suppose medium and deep is his biggest concern, so love to see the +3 to deep. Sucks that he doesn't have aggressive catch trait, but I still don't even know exactly what that does, as it just seems like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it really changes anything, right? Like, we have had players that can catch really well on those aggressives, and they don't have it, and then we have players, that do whatever, vice versa. Justin Palmer, really good power blocking, which, once again, for an interior guy, that's what you got to focus on. He's already a really good finesse guy, but at 6'3", 306, he's not playing tackle, or if he is, we're going to have another freaking failed situation. But Drake May, I don't really know what to upgrade because A, he's already amazing and everything, and B, the upgrades are so random for this position. Strong arm used to be really good for short, throw power upgrades, but I don't even think you get those anymore, so it's like, what do you even do? Mid and short route, you know what? We probably should go deep, as deep accuracy is his biggest concern. Maybe go improviser. I'm not sure. Quarterback upgrades this year feel weird as hell, so I don't know. I just go with the flow. Clash of Conferences. Drake May. Interceptions, they're climbing. We're definitely on par to throw for double-digit touchdown or interceptions or more, but also on par for over 40 passing touchdowns, which is, the positive, the good of those numbers. You don't really care too much about how many picks you're throwing if you're throwing 2 to 3 times the touchdowns, so keep that trend going, and I don't think there's going to be too many complaints. A bit of a cold one. Detroit, probably not used to it in terms of playing in it. You got that dome, but yeah, they also do have to play the Bears and the Packers. So it's not their first rodeo in the cold. We might have an advantage, but it's not going to be as much as you would normally think against a dome team. And yeah, we're trying to keep this win streak alive. I know Detroit's probably trying to keep their wins alive, as they're 8-4, so you would only assume that they've had a lot of streaks as well at some points. May the better team win. I don't know, who that's going to be, because despite how talented Detroit looks, they don't look good on paper. Their numbers are bad. So I don't know if they're just waiting to turn it on or they're just barely scraping together wins, because 8-4 is great, but things look weird in Detroit, even though they shouldn't. You see the coach talking to Jared Goff like, trying to give him like a pep talk, and the game just started, so maybe some interceptions? No, it's just 1 interception. I know the touchdowns are low, but they're a team that runs the ball into the end zone a lot, so not really sure what's going on here. It's a weird situation. It's almost like waking up from a nap middle of the day. It's like, what did I do? Like, where am I? Why did I do this? Like, you did it on a Saturday, and you're like, is this Monday? What year is this? Of course, 2nd and 10 after the failed run from Gibbs over the middle. We made that worse on him, and Jelani Tavai over that. The coverage was perfect. Let's see if we can get some push. Of course, their line, they got 3 superstars at the left, the center, and the right tackle spots. And we can't get over the middle. Good find. We try to hit him. Can't bring him down. Huge hit afterwards by Gamble, but that's a massive first down for Detroit to Tony. Maybe should have got more aggressive on 3rd and 10, but I suppose we're being aggressive now. It's got to count for something. Maybe it doesn't. And we're not going to switch. Oh, there you go. Uche, free rush. Overloaded the hell out of the inside. With that, we will get a sack. Uche's been very streaky. Like, you see how he got a sack this early in the first quarter. Watch him not even come close for the rest of the game, which I suppose going against Panay Sewell makes sense. Barmore and company, good job by Uche to help, making Gibbs lose too. Now the question becomes, do you play safe because you have all this field behind you, or do you just go for it all because that's how you got to this situation? I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable with dropping him back a little bit. See where we are as a oh my god, that's a dot, and our guy just doesn't look for the ball, and Laporta catches it. Sweet. Great timing ball, perfect throw, and somehow our guy just doesn't look for the ball. He thinks Laporta's going 6 yards down the field, then the ball's being thrown. Over the middle, dot, that's a touchdown. Wow, Jared Goff is cooking. Detroit is first on the board and with 7. And yes, I say 7 because the extra point's guaranteed. If you have 87 kick power, you can't get... Harper has not skipped leg day. Yeah, if you have no depth and you can't automatically kick freaking extra points in your sleep, why are you here? You know, why were you here? Of course, already seen Drake May's numbers. I would love to see some other numbers. Like, why not show Patton? Why not show Faulkner, who's had a couple of good games in a row? What are we doing? And even though they are kind of up to the line, I think they can't cover this. Oh, they really can't. Oh, there goes Douglas. Huge gainer inside. Gains about 16 on the bubble. Vertical Y option. I like this. This is kind of cool. Patton wide open over the middle. Bad throw. Great catch. That's one of those tough ones, too, because you're landing on the ball. That's how you break your hands, you know. It's not easy. Probably giving it away that we're running it because Gibson's a lead. It would be Mitchell in on the play if we didn't want him blocking. 7-yarder for Stevenson, who had only 6-7 yards last week, but did have a touchdown, and the average was decent. It's not always going to be 100-plus yard games, which I know we're so used to it, you would think it would be. I still trust in our blocking on the edge, and I should not have. Good effort, but we lose two. All right, we got the swing. Let's see how they want to play this. We're going to give Stevenson one chance, who does get past him, but gets tackled by Anzalone. We could get points. We've been far from guaranteed. 2 yards is interesting. I think you hike it. Douglas drops it. I can't believe he doesn't separate better against a linebacker. And B, I can't believe he didn't catch that turnover on downs. Douglas is probably the most clutch receiver on this entire team. And yes, we've seen the things Polk and Patton have done in those kind of like jump ball type of situations. Douglas has just done it so many more times on 3rd and 4th down that he's just considered the most clutch. Yet that's what happens. I mean, is that statement revoked by me now? I don't know. And we're not going to get there. Yes, we will. Beasley is unbelievable. Pick 6. Trent Beasley's unbelievable. Another pick 6 on the season for him. We're on the board after a terrible offensive finish. You got to put some air under that ball if you want to get it over Beasley. Beasley's a fast man. He'll run toe-to-toe with any of your tight ends. Maybe not any of your running backs. Gibbs is fast, but still. Great play. If only there was more of this earlier in the season, Beasley could actually maybe make an argument for best linebacker in the AFC, but yeah, that's not going to happen with this kind of only coming late into the season. We're bringing the heat. Might even bring Gamble. Business decision. This is why I'm terrible at business. First down to Jamison Williams. Bringing players up again. Marty Mapu. Good old Marte. He technically is a safety, so allow him to drop back. And they will run it. Cut inside. We bring all that heat. Still only get, they get 3. It is a really good offensive line, though, I suppose, at the most important positions. So I guess you bring a lot just to guarantee that stop. Little motion, and wow, Ojulari blew that up. Unfortunately, Laporta on the wheel is going to get brought down to the 1 after a massive gain of, I don't even know, 50? Gamble man-to-man against Laporta, and Laporta just schooled him. I mean, that's not a guy that should be burning a safety that hard. Like, he's really good. He's a vertical threat guy, but, like, is he that fast? Like, he's very fast, but is he that fast to be burning him that hard? I don't know. Tells me Gamble ain't built for this. Running across and just doesn't get depth and just gets burned. Well, from the 1 yard line, we're obviously going to be run committing because it's 1st and goal from the 1. Why wouldn't you run this ball? Oh, he can't even get the ball off to a wide open Laporta. His hand, holding his hand, looked like he was broken down there a little bit. I know they just threw the ball, but let's get some goal line going. Let's make this a little bit tougher on them. Channing Tindall, super speedy as well. And we're going to knock it in there. But Jameer will follow suit with us and knock it in there himself. To the 1 again. I'm going to run commit. We're run committing. We're going to stay inside with Beasley. We're going to jump out if we have to. And he's going to be denied again. Losing a yard back to the 2. We're bringing mid. Mid is not the best play to be trying to stop the run on, but I believe Pepper's going to have to blow this up. We can't get out there. Yes, we can! Denied! This defense just went off. 1st and goal off the 1. They gained 0 yards. What a play. Good teamwork as well, but Jabril cooked it. Run to the right slightly. And I don't even know if we got out of there. Because I don't remember the last time I've ever seen a safety from us. Like, when have we ever given up a safety? You know, I don't want to start today. And Ramondre is going to ensure that that doesn't happen as he barrels through for 12. That's a pretty big failure by them. Douglas, make up for it. What a throw. Wow, he's still getting caught from behind by a freaking linebacker, by the way. Looking for a little bit of a deeper shot here. They do have inside shade on our slot, but Patton looks good. And we were about to throw to Patton. We kind of stepped into a spot that I wasn't fully comfortable with. Had to hold it. Got a speed option here. Let's see what we can do with this. And what is he doing? That's a safety. We just talked about, not giving up a safety. Drake May just fumbled so hard on that pitch. He's 3 yards to the left of you. Where are you putting this? Oh my God. Ramondre picks it up and stumbles in. He should have just fell on it, but of course. I mean, the guy's, bailing out on the... I don't know why Stevenson's so far back, by the way, though. He should be a little bit closer. I get it. But the way this lined up, he needs to be a little closer. This is the easiest first down in the world if he doesn't pitch it like an idiot. Like, you have to kick it like that. Or not kick it, but you have to pitch it like that. If you pitch it too early, he's just going to pass up the QB and go straight to the running back, So, who is this? And why is he so elusive? And why do I feel like safety rules need to be updated to reflect the new kicking stuff? A safety punt should not result in the exact same or very similar yardage to a kickoff. That doesn't make any sense. It should be a reward to get the safety. It's not just points. Wow. Perfect coverage. Somehow Amon not only catches it, but slips off the tackle for a first down. Still can't believe we gave up our first safety, and I don't even know how many freaking years. And that ball is going to be dipped into the ground. Pass rush is starting to get there a little bit. Great coverage, though. Why is Gamble... Okay, I'm going to have to change this. Why is Gamble going against Amon-Ra? Like, why is that the man matchup? Oop, fake out. It's zone now, speaking of. Good defense. I don't know where Barmore went. That's not going to count as a tackle somehow, but good defense to the 45. Mid worked on that run. Let's see what we can do here. Got to get a press on Laporte. Can't let Laporte run free. And he still runs free. And he's still running free. Laporta with another huge play. Completely destroyed in the press. Try to protect that inside play. Dip back out to the outside. Couldn't keep up. And that's a wide open curl route. Slipping off the tackle is Jameson down to the 1. We made a ridiculously clutch play last time. Can we do it this time? They're going to go more traditional. I formation. Here we go. To the fullback. Maybe not. He's going to pitch it outside. Slips the tackle. And is Alexander Madison better than Montgomery? He was dead to rights. And we missed him. Pitch play. We've got guys out there, and I genuinely don't know how he scores there. This was a touchdown. That's ridiculous. Harper on the return. At least he's actually in the position he's supposed to be. Harper running all the way to the outside, getting to the 30. Once again, I don't care what anyone says. I would be taking those hits. You hit me late, I am going to make you pay. That penalty's coming. Wide open, overthrown to Stevenson. Wow, we suck. That is a huge play. Gone. Got a bunch of wide receivers on the field. Let's run the ball. Wow, look at Douglas. What a ridiculous block. I think he underestimated Douglas. What a play. Screen pass. Ramondre gets out there. Block is good enough. Maybe shouldn't have cut that. Either way, 9 yards. I think the cutback was good, but the cut into the cutback was dumb. But at the same time, it sets up a shot play. 2-minute warning. Maybe we go with the crosser to Faulkner instead. Yeah, we'll take Patton. Shows off a little bit of speed to the 35. I mean, if we can make this the last play of the drive, or last, drive of the half, I should say. Wow, I can't believe how that's overthrown. It looked like it was on target to me. But yeah, last drive of the half. It'd be worth it. Get the safety over there. And that's Patton. He makes it look too easy. Like, as long as it's not overthrown, Patton's going to have a great chance at it. What a catch. Making it look too easy. And this time, Douglas doesn't even try to block, unfortunately. All right, we got stick, but it's deep stick. Patton inside. Great throw. Patton down to the 1. Not going to get in there. I'm going to let the clock run a little bit longer, I think. We'll call a timeout at 18. We're just saying. Patton's looked pretty good. High point. Oh, my God. High point because I don't want anyone to, like, swat it or get a hand on it. Not high point because I want one of the fans to have a black eye. There's different levels of high point, buddy. Who's playing inside? Is that Aiden? We're double teaming him anyways. And we're still going to be denied to the 1. Pretty sure Drake May was denied on this that one time. We're going to try it again. And he's going to be denied again, dude. 4th and goal from the 1. We're doing it. And Stevenson gets stood up and denied. Just like them, we get stopped at the 1. Turnover on downs. That is crazy. I can't believe Stevenson just didn't push over anyone back-to-back times. We're going for the run stop here, but if they go for the shot play, it's GG. Safety? Safety! We'll take it. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't just like come out in shotgun and just roll out or so. I don't know, but you know, that's why I didn't mind it, even with that little bit of time. I'm gonna let this go out. Please. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's got to give us a chance, right? You can't end a half on a flag. Like, should we not have this ball at the 40? We do. Okay, I mean, that gives you an option. They're going to say to go save clock, Hail Mary. That's stupid. They're going to say that we can go for this. I would do it. Maybe we'll have an interception on our record that isn't our fault. No, we're not even going to have the time. Patton's going to just have to take a chance. Good try. Eden Hutchinson, we gave him an angle to the outside. 16-9, definitely not how we wanted to end the half. Definitely not how we wanted this game to go, but a 1 possessioner into the second half. That's all I need to hear to have a chance. That's all I need to hear. They bleed. Even though none of our points have come from the offense, which is crazy sad. The Dolphins versus the Bengals. Dolphins at 4-8 are winning, but they're just not going to be able to do anything with that. 9-8 maybe makes the playoffs, but it sure as hell doesn't steal the division. Then you have the Falcons and the Vikings. With the Vikings in a 7-5 battle, winning by 10. JJ, player of the week. 0 incompletion so far. 73 yards and a touchdown. Jets versus Bills match. Massive matchup for that number 2 seed. Potentially number 1 if, you know, things go wrong with us and go right with them. And the Jets are pulling a little bit of an upset off. 14-7. Of course, looking at some of the highlights here, I can't believe we didn't stop them. That was a dead-to-rights play. I think it would have been, 3rd down and 5? Blew that play, and speaking of blowing that play, back-to-back big passing plays, especially on 3rd and 21 of a conversion. And we find ourselves losing by 7. And here we are with the return. Bolden, kind of known for just running a straight line and getting speed edge, and he can't do it this time. Maybe should have just kept it middle. Most of the times, if I feel like the blockers are lining up one-on-one across, I will take that edge. Really no one open. We're going to have to throw to Douglas. That's a great throw. Bounces it out behind the block of Stevenson for 9, which is not a bad play. Do got to remember, though, that it's, you know, it's a second half. You know what? I actually do want to throw this. Don't need to have it all, but if I like the play, I'm going to take it. There you go, Lazard. Great catch. Gaining about 8. Threw them for a little bit of a loop. They're really far out there. I mean, they see these 4 receivers, and they're just like, well, clearly that's a stupid cutback. Well, clearly they're throwing the ball. But no, we are not. We are selling the drive. I like this short out, but I just think they're going to cover that double. No, maybe not. Overthrown. Is it really a bad throw? It's green. Man, our offense has looked stupid. It's looked bad. Screen pass, Stevenson. We actually get a lot of time to throw that, and we're just going to run straight in. And I can't believe we constantly are not falling forward with Stevenson. Stevenson is having a terrible game. Quick snap. There you go. Direct snap. They didn't see it coming. Trying to bounce it out to the outside. 4th and inches. What a play. A little bit of a low snap. What a catch by Stevenson. Beautiful play. They weren't ready for it, and Stevenson bounces it free. I still don't understand, though, what the hell is happening with Ramondre. He's just not falling forward. He's not trucking people. Speaking of Ramondre, wide open. He's in the zone. Thank you. Finally. Wasn't for the double team, he would have been going still. Like, I don't need much. I just need you to, like, do the thing you do, you know? Just do what you do. That's going to be a tough throw. That's almost picked off by Anzalone, or whoever the hell it is, who completely ran over to Douglas and just left it. Like, how am I supposed to expect him to leave Douglas, who would be wide open if he does? Like, that's just a crazy read, dude. If it wasn't for Faulkner getting a hand on this, is probably picked. Thankfully, gets a piece, keeps the ball in our possession. Ramondre, it's a good throw outside. Ramondre will fall forward, gets 13. We'll take it, good play. Kind of back over that C. Let's see if maybe we want to go to Patton on that. I gotta be honest, there's not really much reading of a defense. If I see it's one-on-one, I'm throwing it. Unfortunately, that one is a little overthrown, so it's, I mean, technically considered a high pass in my opinion. Nobody on Ramondre again. I don't know what they're doing. Ramondre still not falling forward. Gains 8, but still not falling forward. I get there's a second guy that shows up, but he doesn't show up right away. Is there a way for me to actually turn this into, like, instead of a fake sweep? Let's go with the bubble, especially since it looks like they might be blitzing. See how they want to play this. Got all the players over there, so it's almost a guaranteed handoff. So Ramondre, that's what I want to see. And unfortunately, what a play as it's coming back on what seems to be a holding call. The worst part is it looked like it was a tackle who had nothing to do with the play. Ramondre just went ham, and it's coming back. And with the way we've played here, I probably will kick this field goal if it comes to it. I think you slant Patton in case one of these other routes influences that linebacker. He does enough. He does enough. He dropped back really hard, though, which is weird. It was like he was anticipating the in-breaking route from the tight end who hadn't even started his route yet. Oh, Ramondre. There he goes. That's the Ramondre you know and love. He'll tie the game up, assuming this extra point's hit, with a touchdown of his own. Finally, we get into the end zone on offense. Tried a little early because I didn't think we were going to get those blocks. The blocking was immaculate. So many different moving pieces, so many guys that came in that needed to be picked up, and they all were. What a play. Asking for Gonzalez to do a lot here, but I'm blitzing because I believe this is going to be a run. I still believe that Gamble needs to move the hell over. Oh, what a throw over the middle. Gonzalez got to catch him. Big play. I mean, you just have all day to throw. I don't know how we're bringing this many people in and we can't blitz. You're bringing in 6. I don't know what the hell Jelani's doing. Back up, buddy. Bring it 6, and finally somebody almost gets there. Late hit. Could have easily tacked on another 15 if they really wanted to, which I probably would have if I was the ref. That's late. Beasley dropping back. Please, McKenzie! Stripped it! What a play! Punched the ball out from under the elbow as he was tucking it. What a play by McKenzie. I mean, this thing was basically perfectly placed. Pretty good press by McKenzie, to be honest, but not sure why we're doing it that late. Almost illegal contact. What a recovery. And just punches it. Maybe should have went up for the pick, to be honest. Big fella like McKenzie might have had a chance at it. I just didn't like it because he was trailing by so much. Hey, we actually have somebody motioning with their player. Oh, strip! Wow, what a play by Goff. Gamble off the edge, catching Goff unready. Off guard, strips it, but Goff quick enough on the reaction to pick it up. What a play by Gamble off the edge. That was damn near instant. We're dialing it up a little bit. Running back can't get back there in time, and Gamble, what a strip. So close, dude. What an effort by both guys, really. See if Dial wants to get in there with a blitz. And he will! Uche there as well, and we'll stop him with back-to-back sacks. How did Dial get in there? Because, you know, he was supposed to come off the edge. We decided to bring him more inside, and yeah, the double team on Roberson, they didn't expect Dial to come in slightly delayed. Missed the assignment, and that'll be another sack. The blitz, the DB blitz working. So you have the jet pass, but problem with that is they've literally got a DB over there, so I need Lazard to get there. And he does. Patton, juke move doesn't work. Gave it a long-standing chance for the outrun. Wasn't happening. Decided juke move wasn't happening. DB just made a crazy play. Sometimes your guys just get beat. We're going to go back to the screen. That's been very good for us. A little bit out there. Good blocking. Now Ramondre falls forward, but doesn't really truck the guy, unfortunately. Gains 6, though. This will bring up 3rd and 4 with a little bit of time. Let's see if Patton wants to get wide open. Pretty open to me, but he doesn't run the depth I needed him to. But the DB backs off even though the ball's thrown, and he rolls over for the first down. Great play. And we're still looking at that Beasley play because that really is the play of the game. Pick 6. I mean, that was the game changer. Look at Ramondre just barreling through. Got this kind of cross pattern in the backfield from the running backs. Nobody's on Ramondre. We can't get the ball off, and this, I don't know what it will be. Is that an ineligible man downfield? I mean, why would you accept that? We'll take it if they do, and they do. Potential blessing in disguise. Got a weird swing pass now. Could see Patton, though, if it's one-on-one. I see Patton. I'm going to get myself, 7-8 yards. Sometimes you get those DBs peeking in the backfield a little bit. You see all that motion there, and you're like, uh-oh, this isn't going to my guy. I don't need to cover him. And there goes Stevenson. Look at the burst. That's maybe the fastest we've seen Stevenson in a while. 21 yards on the ground. That was a nice little play, I'll be honest. See if we can get a wheel to Faulkner. Patton. They left him. What a catch. Probably could have made himself, made it a little easier on himself if he would have slowed down. But yeah, Patton, 14 targets, 9 catches, 100 yards. He's just been open. Don't get me wrong. Anytime I can get Patton some catches, I'm loving it. But I'm just throwing to the open guy. And that's just a bad decision. More importantly, it's a bad throw. And I can't believe Drake May was just watching the game. Good chase down by Faulkner. Was on the other side of the field. I know what I wanted, and I know what I didn't get. And the throw that I got was not what I wanted. That was a lot of wordplay. Should have threw it away. Should have threw it away or just dumped it off to Stevenson. Just forced it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Lazard is technically open. I know that deeper play to Baker's open. I just didn't think we could hit the throw, but that ball is severely behind Lazard. If that ball is thrown to Lazard, he at least 50-50s it. That's just a pick every day of the week. Still, the percentage is low. Bad decision. Bad decision. It's going to potentially cost us the game. Our offense has been terrible. And there it goes. Beasley did it again. He baited again. Might have had a pick 6 again, and he dropped it. That hurts so much. Shift him over on a blitz. Over the middle. There you go, Gonzalez. Oh, I thought he was going to run past them. Throws a guy down. Tried to go past everybody, and for some reason he got a little hyped and decided to try to barrel through the guy. But Gonzalez, basically the receiver on that one, undercuts it. Dial maybe bringing the blitz again, causing that issue. And there goes Gonzalez undercutting that one. What a play. Trying to go around the defender, and for some reason we ran right into it. But hey, we'll take the ball right back. It's a win. See the sharpness of Stevenson. And we're in trouble. Oh, no. I thought we were out of the pocket. I think that's a safety again. I think that's another safety. It's another safety. Wow. If Baker was running a streak, I'd take it. But he's fading that right into the safety. I have no one to throw to here. I had to take the sack. And I thought I was outside the pocket, and I was just slightly not. I missed it by like 2 yards. 3 safeties in one game is ridiculous behavior. Both teams should really feel ashamed. Both teams have been terrible. And defense is trying its hardest. They have given it their all. The takeaways against a team that just doesn't take the ball away. Or throw the ball away, I should say. Dial's been great, but this is a lot to ask. Okay, thank God it was back motion. Trying to get back to the running back. Can't. It's going to be PI. It's not going to matter. And there goes Amon-Ra St. Brown. We just talked about it's not really fair on him. What a tackle. We have made the stop before. Knew as soon as Dial was going to have that matchup that was going to happen. Should be best on best, and we're just not. And yeah, we ran commit. That's what happens when your front isn't set. I still refuse to believe that this game's over. I think there's still time. We just got to make it count. We got to stop making mistakes. And it's not going to be helpful when we have a terrible return. Post. See if we can get Harper down the middle of the field. There's no safety there. Maybe there is. I can't believe he's covering a one-on-one like that all the way. I thought maybe somebody's going to pick up Stevenson. I should have just taken it to him. Play action sweep. See if they fall for any of it. Baker. Doesn't get the separation. Or Douglas doesn't get the separation I was hoping for, but he got enough. The throw is perfect, so he didn't have to stop. Whatever works. Faulkner's nobody on him. Somebody's going to have to drop back, right? Nobody's on him. Good throw. Slips the tackle! Faulkner's running! Huge play! They try to play cute. Thought the safety would come over. He's not that easy to tackle anymore, folks. Throw needs to be better than that, though. Let's be real. Branch can't bring him down. And Trey Faulkner is going to give us life. And I think you go for 2. And you don't go for 2 when you have this kind of blocking. They have 4 down linemen, 1 linebacker. We couldn't even do anything. There was 2 in the backfield with us. Should have ran like a dive or something, though. It's disappointing. 3-point game. You know, I was thinking, hey, we can get that. The field goal. Oh, there's nobody over the middle. Missed the tackle. Gamble brings him down to the 45. But yeah, we can cut the field goal by getting 2 points. Not going to be the case. And that play sucked. I don't know what that play was, but it was terrible. There was nobody over the middle. There's nobody there. They know it's man coverage, unfortunately. And he's going to dump it off to the tight end. And our guy is just sleeping in coverage. To the 21-yard line. The only chance we have now is a stop of forcing them a field goal. And then scoring a touchdown. We can't cover, though. We have played terribly in coverage this game. This would be stupid for them not to run this ball. And they're going to get a delay of game. Wow, I've never seen that before. I am shocked that I suppose the Lions coaching staff probably didn't even expect that. They're like, what? We had all day, fellas. What are we doing? Over the middle, he's going to get him to 11 yards. The big problem with this matchup is that base pressure has not gotten us anywhere. When you have to bring so many players in to get pressure, this is what happens. And we're bringing exotic blitzes, and of course they're just picking up where they need to be. I mean, we do what we got to over there. Dial, great play. Timeout. I actually tried to call a timeout, but we got beat to it because Barmore, as always, is injured. Going to be blitzing from dime again, which worries me because obviously if they do decide to run it like they might, this could be a problem for us. And we do get to stop, I think, because it's inches, 4th and 1. I mean, why wouldn't you go for this? This is risky, though. This is risky for them. We're trying to press, but we are blitzing. Gamble's going to get there. Perfect execution, and all we need is a field goal. Dislocated shoulder for Barmore. What's new? We have a defensive tackle that's going to be injured. Who would have thought? See if we can find somebody. Douglas, I mean, I'll be real. I predetermined that route pretty hard. I seen the safety play. It was going to be a double team on Patton. All Douglas had to do is beat his guy, and he was going to be open, and that's exactly what he did. I believed it from the very get-go. Massive play. We'll take Douglas for another. About 12. Now we're going to be looking verticals with 5 receivers. And thankfully the ball doesn't go anywhere crazy. I don't know. Was Faulkner open? I saw him. I think it would have been a tough catch, but it was catchable. But yeah, Baker was definitely the better of the 2 options. See that corner out. I'm going to trust it again. Oh, there goes Patton again. Couldn't get out of bounds, unfortunately, but to the 32-yard line, I don't think we need to. 15 targets, 10 of them were caught for over 100 yards. I don't like that Stevenson's like in the slot for this, but I don't hate it. I don't love this either. We got out of the pocket, so that will be a safe throwaway. It's dangerous going out. Backing out is tough. You know, Aiden's going to catch you. It's a tough catch. Oh, my God. At least he didn't, get picked or anything like that. Tried a quick throw to that Baker because I seen him step up, but I figured we still had that throw in there for some yards. Which we did, but yeah, dangerous. We got to do better than this, though. We're giving them too much time, and we have a chance still to get down the field ourselves for the game winner instead of the game tire. Ramondre tries to do something, can't. They're not going to call a timeout, though. It's going to be a tough-ish field goal because of the hash, but they should be calling a timeout here, and they're not, so I'm going to let the clock go. 48, obviously they're going to try to ice us. I did it early. I got it off before the ice. They tried to ice us, but yeah, they couldn't get it off in time. 7 and 7. Then you have 2 of a safety for us in the second. 2 for them with a safety in the second. 7 in the third. None for them. And then I think 3 field goals for us. A touchdown and a safety for them in the fourth. Either way, I don't even know how it happened, but we found our way into overtime after playing a horrible game. Everything is anew. Let's play some ball. Let's get them coin toss. We've been kind of lucky with these. Not today, though. All right, we haven't played defense all day. Let's try now. Not much time in overtime, though. That's the one downfall. It's the one downfall. As that guy who's been pretty shifty tries to return it. 28-yard line. You know, you're staring down the barrel of either a loss or overtime pretty early on here. I hate this so much that our guys just refuse, and we get burned because of it. He's wide open. Doesn't go to him, though. What a dive, but that will be a catch. Like, the players just don't move over when they go in motion. It's stupid. All right. I mean, I don't like these matchups across the board too much. And, I mean, that's pretty good coverage, all things considered. But a first down to Laporta. We're in the blitz. We have Gamble going one-on-one against Amon-Ra. I'm going to try to chip him if I can. There we go. Still wide open over the middle is Jameson to the 39. Don't think we have to worry about OT. Or a tie, I should say, is what I meant to say. And trying to get out there. Good teamwork. Whoever got there first did a great job. Jelani probably. Second 11 from the 40. And that's going to be a false start, I believe. There we go. They're going back even more. Second and 16. This is our shot. And I think I'm going to learn from my mistakes a little bit here and actually blitz. As last time it was a second, third and long, whatever. Oh, crap. Beasley can't get over there. Good job by Jabril to not give up that angle. All right, we got Jabril coming in on this one. We need to get there. Over the middle every time. The deep end kills us every time. Doesn't matter what coverage we're playing, we're going to lose to it. We're going to get beat by it every single time. Good job. Force them inside where all the action was. Good D. 2-minute warning. Basically got to, count this as like an end of half situation. Or the end of a game situation. Where, you got to either get the stop or lose the game. At least they didn't switch the wrong player. Over the middle, that's a touchdown. Missed the tackle, that's a touchdown. Lions win. Jared Goff, even though he threw 2 picks, played a perfect game. The reads he made in this game were unbelievable. We couldn't stop them. We just couldn't. They beat every coverage we brought. The pressure didn't exist unless we brought 5 or 6. And ultimately, we're going to lose because of bad decision-making on offense. We had a couple of situations where the Lions were technically stopped because they played the situation. Going forward on 4th and 1, up by 3. They wouldn't have done any of that kind of stuff. They would have, taken the points than they could have if they knew, they had a different situation. But ultimately, our defense just didn't play well enough, and we made too many mistakes on offense. Threw a pick with Drake May. They threw 2 picks, but they were just much better. It wasn't even close. Gibbs, 15 for 16, though. We have a defensive game like that against the run, yet through the air we couldn't stop a soul. Stevenson had 8 catches. The screen game was the only thing that got, continued drives for us. Patton was clutch, but there wasn't much consistency in the passing game at all. There really wasn't. Defensively, we got a couple of sacks, picks for Lowry, Beasley, Gonzalez, sweet, but that was a disappointing game that we would love to have back. The win streak is over. Try to change the plays up a little bit, and that did not work. Did not work. I thought I was commanding. There was no commandering of any type. Cobb, 80 finesse, 74 block shed. Pretty good upgrade. Puts him in the 80s for finesse. We'll take it. Unfortunately, we lose that game. We have Arizona next week. The Bills, though, if they beat the Jets, would be right on our tail, at 9-4, with us having the tiebreaker to potentially steal the division. Of course, with the Ravens, we just gave them more of a chance to continue that, first round bye seeding bid, if you will. But yeah, I mean, the Lions weren't great, and they are a great team. We weren't great. We're a great team. It's just, sometimes what happens, you ever watch those playoff games, they're sloppy games at times, and that's what that was there. Iron versus iron is going to be a little bit of a spark. That sounded profound. It really wasn't. Anyways, on to the next one. Let's see what the Arizona Cardinals have in store for us in Week 15. They are a 5-8, 81 overall team. No breakouts or anything like that. No player of the week. Maybe gave up a player of the week, but didn't have one ourselves. We did not give one up. Caleb Williams and Charvarius Ward on the NFC side, with CJ Stroud and Kenneth Murray on the AFC side. The Cardinals also have no injured players. Taking a look at the Cardinals roster, Kyler Murray is still the starting quarterback, but he is a low 76 overall. I'm not really sure why he's even the QB1 here anymore with those ratings, but they still believe in him. Running back Trey Benson has taken over the reins at the starting spot, and he looks pretty good. Very fast, high overall. Marvin Harrison also up there. Morale's, rightfully so, down for this team a little bit, but still really good player there. Hardman at number 2, very fast, always very fast, but him being your number 2 wide receiver is probably not a good thing. Mike Evans, obviously, 84 speed, really regressed hard there. He's on the older side, obviously. Trey McBride's really solid with speed. Left tackle's great. Left guard's meh. Center's meh. He's our old center, of course. Will Hernandez is decent. Right tackle Paris Johnson really never developed. Still early in his career, but still would have expected higher from him by now. Lorenzo Hamilton, the left end with a little bit of speed, great finesse, great block shed, decent power move. Looks like they finally found themselves a real edge rusher. Darius Robinson, I don't know what they're playing here. Right, 4-3, 3-4. Somebody's in the wrong position. DJ Reader looks like a 3-4. Don't know. Zaven Collins, obviously, he's a hybrid type. Does have over 80 power move. I guess they're starting him at edge. Middle linebacker Tyrell Dodson, really fast, by the way. And then Ben Stewart, also really fast. Three super fast guys. EJ Speed with 75 speed, 75 overall. That speed, it's always in my head. Max Melton, he's starting to develop into a true number 1 cornerback. It's taken him a little while, but he's getting there. And then Forbes should really be there, number 2, with Murphy Bunting at 3. But it's an okay group of corners. Free safety Jalen Thompson's good, and then Budda Baker's still pretty damn good, even though he's regressing. And then sadly, Polk is supposed to be back this week, but I don't see him anywhere. And I try to pull him off IR and all that, and I guess he's still injured. For the weekly strategy, we have, this is not a good looking offense. Yeah, 5 turnovers, ranked 3, because they're not on the field enough. They punt the ball every freaking first drive. It's just not going to happen. For every first drive, every first set of downs. But 30th in passing, 31 in total yards, 28 points per game. Their rush game, it seems like Trey Benson is the only life they have back there. So we're going to go with defend the run inside. And then, of course, defensively not looking much better either. I guess we run the ball on them as well. Why not? Sure. It's a weird team. I don't know. But let's hopefully not get trapped. Oh, no. It's definitely a trap game. It's a snowy one against a low record team that's not used to the snow. You just know this is a trap. It's a trap. Get out now. Oh, the Cardinals, who aren't playing good football right now, go up against the Patriots, who are a juggernaut of talent. And they have to play in the snow. What chances do they have? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Kyler Murray is about to run around like a damn goblin. He's going to be scoring left and right. It's going to be 50 to freaking 13. Oh, I'm not excited for this one. This is going to be bad. I just know it. Or maybe all the things that we're saying are true, and the Cardinals are going to get absolutely mollywopped. Have you ever heard mollywopped? Have you heard of that in a while? That's how old this is going to be. This beatdown is going to be historic. Bringing out old phrases. That's how bad it's going to be. All right, the jinx can't be on because... Wow, this kick bar seems kind of crazy, It's not even moving fast. It's just the accuracy range is really thin. And, oh, God, nice little cut. What yard line is it? I don't know. The 30, 25, 26? I don't know. But here comes the Arizona Cardinals. It's said they didn't turn the ball over much, but like we said, they don't really score much either. I'm wrong. 22-5. What is going on? I don't know why I speak. I don't know why. What purpose does it hold? Some of you guys are like, true. Oh, wow. What a swap by Gonzalez. I mean, he did not move one bit. He's like, I don't need to go in front of this. I'll just knock that ball down from outside your freaking hip. Why was he so confident? He saw this thing coming from a mile away, and he goes, bop. All right, QB contained. We know how bad things can get when you let Kyler Murray move. Wow, this is also really just, not good. All right, Gonzalez, you just got completely destroyed. I don't know how the hell Marvin Harrison turns back in time for that, but what a play by Kyler and Marvin to connect there for 50 yards down the field. Kyler could have ran. You wanted more. At first, I was like, oh, this is a bad decision. But nope. Gonzalez kept running it. Got to keep your eye on the receiver at some point. You're 50 yards on the field. You really think Kyler Murray can pinpoint it 70, 80 yards down the field? Because that's where you're running towards. You're running towards territory that just isn't really obtainable for like 99% of the league. I don't know. He really respects Kyler's game, I have a feeling. Damn, I'm like in no man's land. Gonzalez. Ooh, that was a close call for both sides there. This one really does feel like a blizzard, though. Like, the field is just, like, completely covered for the most part. And, like, the atmosphere is, like, you can barely see through it. And they will run it. We can't get off the block. We do an okay job to at least help. It'll be a gain of 6 to Trey Benson, or for Trey Benson. All right, enough of these third downs. We're getting off the field, baby. Double thick bar for Jabril. He's going to be in trouble. No, he's not. Oh, my God, we just fell down hard. McKenzie, good tackle, but slipping already. Mike Evans with a huge play. Wearing number 86 is kind of disgusting, but what can I do? Not my freaking job to deal with their numbers. They've got their own number guy. Back of the end zone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Might be disgusting, but that disgusting number is in the end zone. Oh, man, this is going to be hard. Kyler Murray is literally undefendable. We couldn't defend Mike Evans there. Kyler runs for the touchdown. If we do. So, I mean, like, what do you want? It's also diabolical, them wearing all white in the damn snow. But at the same time, it's a positive and a negative, right? Like, it's hard for us to maybe see them at times, but it's also, oh my God, look at the kicker. He got his ankle snapped, though. But it's also probably hard for them to see their own guys as well. As Drake May will come onto the field, where it wasn't great last week, but, you know, we've limited the picks as much as humanly possible. 32 touchdowns, 9 picks, 3,600 yards. It's pretty good. If we can try to, like, not throw a pick for the rest of the season, Drake May has a legitimate chance at MVP. And that is already one that could have been picked, but Douglas, great catch, slips off the tackler for 7. Constantly evolving our playbooks, you know, just changing things up. Viva Las Vegas. I don't know why that came up in my mind, but out there for the screen is Stevenson to the 40. Get that whip back over by Patton. It's probably zone, actually. Why did I even run this? Oh, it's because it's open. Patton can't hold on. You got to catch that. Stabs it like Julio, and he's just not consistent enough to be like him yet. As we're going to be running inside, and Stevenson's got some blocks. Stevenson trucking to the outside lane to the 17-yard line for 23 in his first official carry. Had that big screen pass catch, but obviously not an actual run. Looking like more zone coverage. They're dropping him back a little bit. Let's go stretch. And Stevenson once again showing off that speed. Going to bury a guy. Gains 9. It feels a little illegal for Stevenson to be that fast at his size. But what can you do? We'll throw that outside. Baker to the outside. Baker into the end zone for a touchdown. Clean drive. Will answer back to tie it up. Good fake out. Inside was really open too, but Baker was even more open, obviously. An inside handoff. Trey Benson gains about 6. This is the aspect of their game that is supposedly the only thing that's been halfway decent this year. Oh, injury. Oh, is that Trey Benson? That is not good for them. Holy white. That is a lot of white. Their uniforms, yeah, I mean, it's just, oh my God, I can't even see. Oh, wow, good find to Harrison, who's doing a pretty good job so far. Can't really go best on best because he's cooked up both of our corners so far. Let's see what this guy's got. If they're going to run it, they're not. We left the flat wide open, but the inside's even more open. Mike Evans has already had a pretty good start. He gets another one. 3 catches for like 50 yards and a touchdown so far. He's looking dumb with the number, but not like making us look dumb, if anything. As they're going to get some pretty good blocks. And wow, that guy did not run well. Yeah, I mean, I'll trust one-on-one. One up. Oh, it's a screen pass. Oh, no. Jabril. I mean, this running back is not good. The dude just runs. He doesn't run well. He just runs. And they're going to run it outside. I mean, he just doesn't break any tackles. I don't understand, dude. If we could just be real about it for a second. You got an angle where, you know, the guy's already going down. A second guy comes in and hits really hard. That should exemplify that hit. Ah, no, get over it. What a hit. Kyler's going to be short, and luckily, I mean, for him, not injured or fumbling the ball there, that was a big hit. But it should be like almost 100% chance for a knockdown, right? And we're going to try to get in there with Gamble, and this running back's breaking tackles after I said he can't. Is he injured? He looks slow to get up, too. I was like, well, there's no way. They believe in this guy for some reason. And we believed in it. They showed it. I believed in it. Don't know why you do that with Mike Evans. It reminds you of old Green Bay running Alan Lazard on a 4th and short doing that. Why do you have your least athletic big dude in there doing that? And he's not even going forward. Sure, if it's a dive play, maybe. But you got him horizontal across the line. What is he supposed to do with that? Of course, back and forth a little bit here. 7-7. Not going to be one of those crazy high-scoring games, it seems like, because of the snow. But there's going to be scoring. Like, sure, it could get like 28-21 or 24 or whatever, which is pretty high, scoring, but not like what we're used to, like in the 40s. As Gamble's going to get out there against the running back who stiff arms. He's getting more confident, but only gains a yard anyways. Ooh, I don't know if I want to blitz. Nah, we got to change the man here. We're back there with the edge rusher. That edge was not secure. He could have ran. I got to say, Ojulari dropping back into coverage felt really quick, by the way. Good stop. But yeah, I'm not really sure what Kyler sees. I guess maybe Roberson gets there enough to where he thought the guy wasn't going to pick him up and he was going to get sacked, so he just tried to dump it off. Because, I mean, in these conditions, every little bit of yardage counts for these field goals. This is a chip shot. A loss of like 10, maybe not so much in this weather. Block that kick. We know we're trying. They will regain the lead, but it's only by 3, so the defense technically doing their job there, giving the offense a chance to take the lead themselves. Good old Snow. Harper gets no blocks. Oh, wow, nice freaking maneuvering, though. He doesn't get the initial blocks, but second level wasn't too bad. Back to the stretch play. They have the personnel, but I believe in our blockers more than their personnel. And for a decent reason, as Ramondre gets about 6. Go route, Patton. Let's see it. I mean, he's open enough. It's a little underthrown. Oh, come on, Patton. It's right in your hands. My man's got 90 spec catch. What are we doing? 90 spec catch. You got to catch it. Screen pass. There's nobody out there. Good juke move. Stiff arming the guy down to the ground to the 44-yard line. Get off me. All right, inside handoff. Ramondre trying to barrel forward. Gets a few, about 5. I don't care how we get down the field. We're just getting there. Then we're going to give it another chance. Patton drops it again. 55-yard field goal. Are we crazy? I really should have set something up here. We should have ran the ball last down. Oh, well, 4th and 3, we're going for it. And overthrows the hell out of Patton. Come on, Drake. How do you hit 2 perfect deep shots, yet that is a bad throw? That's too hard for you, and a simple slant right across your face? Marvin Harrison, 774 with 5 touchdowns. It's not really that good of a season when you look at a guy like Patton who has those numbers with more touchdowns and didn't even start the whole time. I mean, I guess he started. He was number 2, but he wasn't the number 1. He wasn't getting those types of targets. As outside, the running back's going to get some amazing blocks and trucks right over Gamble for 15. Yeah, that last drive was far from smart. We should have been better than that. And Murray's going to be in some trouble. Uche's going to chase him down with the help of Ojulari. They're going to bring him down for a gain of only 2. We're trying to keep those edge rushers wide so, he can't just scramble outside. But it's going to be there if you're persistent enough about it. And there goes a stop of the running back. No yards gained. All right, Beasley. Not really knowing. Yeah, Beasley's actually pretty good of a blocker. Oh, no, we're not out there. Oh, we're not out there either, and that's a really good throw and catch. Thought he's going to take the running back. Didn't. Unlucky that the tight end was open. Outside, short again. Marvin for 4. Get a push. Like, we're just getting no push on the run game, the pass game, anything, really. Gonzalez, great tackle. 3rd and 6. Gonna try to overload him here. Got to press with no Gamble nearby. Can we get up there? And we get no pressure at all. But there it goes. Uche. Almost a coverage sack of that rate. And no, Marcellus Dial. He's been great for us this year. Injured on the sideline. We got Brooks, so I'm not too worried about it. But still. And they're going to go for a little bit of a long field goal here. Let's see what they got. Is this 54? Kick is up, and this is going to be close. It'll be in. Wow, what a kick. Patterson kicking like a god for them. That'll be a 6-point lead. We have a good opportunity here, though. 2:11 in the second, 3 timeouts. The only way we don't get a score this drive is because we don't get down the field. Not because of time. Harper down to the 48, and unfortunately our guy did not block correctly. Look at the receiving leaders, though. Steven said he hasn't been perfect on the ground, even though I think he leads the league in rushing yards as well. But he has been good yet again in the receiving game. Dial, pectoral strain, he'll be fine. Booth will be the backup with Brooks helping him out. That sucks. Was it Bell that couldn't get the block? Like, he blocked, he just didn't block for long. And Ramondre trying to bounce it out there. Gets 2 on a dive. 2-minute warning, that's why we ran the ball. Maybe a little predictable because of that, but still. Why not? Not really open. We're going to get that throw off just in time to not get sacked. All right, let's see what we can do on this play. Safety's kind of up a little bit, so if Patton does win that. Damn, they double team that. That's pass interference, but Baker catches it anyways. Thankfully, Drake May put just the right amount of power on it. You know, if we were anticipating an untouched release there, you know, that would have been, or break, I suppose. That would have been overthrown for sure. Oh, I just had him too. Would have had Peyton Patton. And for some reason, we just let their guy get in untouched. They brought 4, and our right tackle just doesn't get out. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Patton's open. Don't get me wrong, it probably would have been a tough throw, and, you know, we would have regressed into a go for an aggressive catch instead of trying to catch it in stride type of play. Trying to run, can't. Decent coverage, and more importantly, no blocking yet again. Surprisingly enough, they're not calling timeouts, which is a little weird. Maybe it's just the snow. We'll go for a screen pass that might give us a chance at a field goal attempt, I suppose. And their guy is all over it, but Stevens is out in front of it. Trying to cut that back inside. Great gainer to the 31-yard line. Now they'll call a timeout. Obtainable field goal. Let's see what we got. 48-yarder. That bar is, I mean, it's a little thin on the inside. You got to make sure that we're pretty accurate here. Oh, that is more than pretty accurate. That is perfection. Joey Slao got a field goal on the board, and we'll be down by 3. Hopefully into halftime. There's a little bit of time left. The Cardinals did call a timeout, so they're going to try something. Not sure what, but they're going to try something. Going to go cover 2 man. It's safe enough, right? It's usually you don't get beat over top by it. Yeah, I knew he was going to do something to the tight end there. Just didn't know which way. Didn't want to give him, like, all the room on the inside. You got all those DBs on the left there on the outside hip. You know, if you want to throw it that way, we should have somebody there. But if I go out there and it's an in-breaking route. Ooh, speaking of in-breaking routes, what a chance at a pick there. That was a close call. Nick Cross is playing a little bit of cornerback. And Ojulari's going to bring him down. They're calling a timeout here, which is weird because I was actually going to call a timeout just to, you know, make them go through the process, right? You know, especially in the snow. Mishandled snap. Misbobbled, you know, catch for the punter. You know, make them earn it. And speaking of making them earn it, there goes Uche with another sack. Kyler Murray constantly trying to do too much, which, I mean, in that situation, I understand it's third down. What's really the pain as long as you don't turn the ball over. Going to help us maybe get to double digits on 2 different players. Harper might as well just try to return this. And Harper slips off the tackle. It's going to be a sick return, but it won't be a touchdown. What a play, though. Harper is really developing into a dangerous return man. It'll be a 13-10 halftime score with us getting ball to start it out in the third. But, yeah, I mean, this Cardinals team is playing a lot better than I was expecting them to. I wouldn't even say we're playing worse than I expected, but our offensive line is playing worse than I expected, even though they do have a pretty good edge rusher there. But let's take a look across the league. You know, the Bills and the Ravens are kind of the 2 main teams we're looking at. The Bills, speaking of, winning by 1 against the Steelers. Come on, Steelers. This is your playoffs we're talking about. You could easily make the playoffs at 10-7. What are we looking at? Then we have the Ravens and Browns. Come on, Browns. Oh, upset. A Bruin. 17-7 over the Ravens right now. The 4-9 Browns. Maybe give us a chance. Help us out a little bit. And then we have the Jets versus the Dolphins. Jets have actually kind of climbed back on the season. They're 8-5, but they're losing really badly right now to Miami, who has Tua throwing 19 for 19 with 209 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. Looking at some of the highlight plays in this one, we had a couple of big breakaway runs for Stevenson. The pass game has really not been there so far. Arizona, ironically enough, their pass game has kind of been there a little bit more than ours, and our coverage hasn't been great. Our pass rush has been decent, but our offensive line has really struggled. Going back to the run inside, and we're going to be defending the short pass. And here goes Harper. What has the little dude got for us today? Another pretty big return. Breaks inside of the 40. He's a shifty little man. We love it. Going inside handoff. They got a pretty light box here. I'm going to cut that back inside nicely. Running right over defender. We didn't really see that last week, so I'm glad to see it here a little bit more. 8-yarder, trucking over Thompson. You know, some of the craziest, like, how are you not getting a yard moments last week? We're just going to get that first down. Stevenson gains about 5 or 6. Back to the inside zone. Good job by the guard. I can't believe that guy just tackled us like that. I'm going to go 5. See if we got anybody short out. And there goes Douglas. Pretty good timing ball. Maybe a little early, but I thought he was just going to sit down. I don't know why he moved out there. He was wide open from the rip. He sits down right away. He easily gets the first down. Instead, it's 3rd and inches. Kind of a bad decision on that option by him. And there goes Stevenson trucking right over a guy for 2. But yeah, I don't know who's teaching these receivers the option decisions, but they're really not seeing the field well. You know, a couple of times now we've seen it where they just run a route that doesn't make sense. Outside, we got a lot of room. Stevenson's got speed. 1 to beat. Stiff arm down to the 2-yard line. Great blocking off the edge. Budda Baker's been in there multiple times and just gets blocked up every single time by Faulkner. And Stevenson showing off some speed, hand fighting all the way down to the 2. It's been a very run-heavy drive, so very, very fitting to finish it out with a rushing touchdown, which we do. Our offensive line is looking pretty good right now against the run. Or the block sheds, I suppose. Right? I don't know what happened to Trey Benson, but like he is actually seemingly pretty injured. Oh, God. Okay, that's all right. Can Jelani get over there in the time? That's the question. Nice throw back to Marvin. Gets the first down. He's obviously been their best receiver right next to Mike Evans. Gonna go suppress man. It's that tough coverage. Marvin versus McKenzie. Both kind of like 6'4" phenoms, if you will. Really good coverage, and that'll be another coverage sack. Barmore getting involved this time. Cobb's really been the only guy, well, I guess Roberson / Cobb when they rotate. The only guys that really haven't gotten the actual sack. Good push in there by Dial, who's back in. I think that was Dial. 3rd and 9, big play. Brooks going against the tight end. Over the middle, perfect find. Huge hit by Brooks. Shocked that he even held on, considering he got blindsided there. What a pop. Got a lot of tight ends in here. Only have to assume. Jelani can't get off the blocks. Nice cutback by the running back. Really, really good blocking, though. We're bringing the heat. I don't want to sell out the play, but... oh, there's going to be a pitch over there. Jelani overran it because I thought somebody was going to get in there and force him that way. Our guys got lost. There was 2 players that were really close to the guy, and I figured they were going to chase him, which means the only way he goes is either he gets tackled straight up or he bounces it further outside, which is where we were with Jelani. And then our edge rusher, the blitzer, a one-on-one gamble. Good attempt to the 4. Just runs super shallow inside instead of running, blitzing from that outside angle, which he would have ran right into the running back if he did. We can't even run a straight line correctly. That's how bad we are. From the 4, everything has worked for them so far. Trying to get out there. Good tackle by Marte Mapu. Got Uche dropping off. We'll see what we do with Beasley. Looks like a run to me. It will be Jelani one-on-one. Takes him down. Only a gain of 1. Massive opportunity. 4th quarter. Up by 4. I mean, I think if you get stopped here, if you're Arizona, unless it's like a yard short, you probably kick the field goal too. So this is a big one. I hate when they line up like this. I like when they're like in a tighter formation. It's a little easier to stop multiple things. He's going to throw it on the run, and it's a bad decision. Jabril Pepper is going to pick it off and get the touchback to go with it. Really haven't seen him force too many turnovers this game or this season, and has a massive one during a crazy big moment. I don't know if he ever saw Ojulari coming, and as soon as he did, he kind of panicked it over, and Jabril made that look easy. See Stevenson from the dive. Going to bounce that back left as there's a lot of room. Juke move attempt. Gets inches, which is smart, because now we could take a shot if we wanted. Don't get me wrong, this game could be won with the score that is had right now, but if I have a chance at a shot, I might take it. Oh my god, that throw was so bad. That should have been picked. Tyrell Dodson should have had that. I can't believe how bad of a throw that was by Drake May. He has Patton wide open deeper. It just doesn't get any air on it at all. Ramondre breaking off a tackle. Spin off another one to the 34. What an attempt. Stretch outside. Stevenson. Had to kind of bounce that inside. He gets popped, but doesn't really fall down. Gains 3. Zone toss. I don't know how to feel about this. Let's go play action. See if we can get Pat Ricard involved. Pat Ricard. And that's going to be picked off. I don't know why I threw to him. Was asking for a lot. I can't believe Jalen Thompson, the free safety, is all the way down on that to pick off a fullback, though. The worst part is Lazard is wide open behind him, and I just don't see him. Double-digit interceptions on the season. Started like midway through the year with only 0 interceptions. Now we're all the way up to 10. We're going to come with a random 2nd and 7 mid-blitz. Who would expect it? We're out there with Jabril. Great tackle. Really wish they would have threw it on that play, though. But hey, a stop is a stop. 3rd and 7. We're up with Jabril again, who's having a decent little game here. And we're not going to get over there. Does enough to knock him out, though. 4th and 1. A decision is being had. Got a lot of players up. See if we can get in there. It will be a throw, and it's going to be to the outside where we left it. Apparently fumbled. I don't really see that as being a fumble. He's going to gain 2 extra yards on it because they're not going to reverse. Sweet. Well, he recovered it, so no point in reversing. It's like, yeah, but he gained 2 extra yards, buddy. Can't get out there. Wow, what a bounce attempt, though. He gains 3, but that could have been a touchdown. 4 minutes in the 4th. There's no way we're losing this game. I refuse to believe it. Our offense has just been, like, slow, you know? Trying to get off the block. Good try. Jelani Tavai going to give up a first down, but it's to the 10 itself. Kick that field goal instead of risking it. And, you know, this is a game-leading field goal. Instead, now you need the touchdown. And, ooh, that's going to be a hefty loss of 4. It's a pretty big loss there. Beasley going against the running back. We will drop back if he's not going to get the ball, which you're going to run the ball with him for good reason. As it works out, they give him about half of that back. All right, we only got 1 safety over top. We can't get back there in time. Kyler's going to scramble, and there's no way we're going to let that up. Of all the plays to let up on 3rd and 8 from the goal line is a scramble for Kyler Murray. Of course it is. All right, Harper. The offense has been ass. Time to spark one. Let's see it. And he's not going to be able to. He's going to get to the 30. Always comes down to this, huh? Always comes down to something like this. There goes Douglas. Gains about 9 on the first play. It's good. Field goal ties it, of course, so got to be careful. Don't do too much. You don't need a hero ball. Wide open tight end, Faulkner. Gets absolutely popped by Baker. First down, 2-minute warning, though. Screen pass on 1st and 10. We'll say they might be looking at the running back because it's first down. Screen pass out there. Really good blocks. And even though we already, what a stiff arm, even though we already have like field goal range technically, we're still going to play that clock a little bit. Let's, you know, make sure we have enough time to finish this drive out. I'd love to just get a touchdown instead of going for the overtime, you know. As Stevenson gets popped, but gains 6. Worth it, I think. I think anytime you can gain 5 or 6 yards, it's probably worth it. And once again, I don't know what Douglas is doing, but it works, I guess. Like, if you could just, I don't know, you know, not do that, that'd be pretty sweet. Patting on the zig. You know, once again, we're setting up a field goal, but also we have time. We're basically in, like, almost chip shot range if it wasn't snowing. I want it all. I want it all. And Faulkner drops it. Oh, man, that ball's got to be caught, dude. If you have hands on the ball before ever being contacted, that ball needs to be caught. Oh, I didn't see him. Good catch by Stevenson. They're surprisingly not going to stop the clock. I don't know why. They're willing to just take this to overtime, I guess. They finally call time. They realized the clock situation. Maybe they thought we were going to go for it. We trotted out the special teams, and they're like, oh, crap. This is still going to count as an ice, which feels a little weird to me, but sure. Field goal is up, and... Was the win bar not to the right? You've got to be kidding me. We lose again? I was like nonchalant about it almost because I thought it was like a walk in the park. What happened? Did the bar adjust? I'm so confused on what just happened. Did I just straight up miss? I must have just straight up missed. I hate the wind. I hate the snow. I hate icing kickers. I hate Christmas. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, not as crazy as how bad of a passing performance we had, though. 125 yards, a touchdown, and a pick for Drake May. Borgie. We let a guy named Borgie put up 72 rushing yards against us. Ramondre Stevenson was pretty good, but you know, we kind of ran out of time near the end. He had 62 yards receiving as well. The passing game, 7 yards for Patton. Multiple, you know, jump ball attempts. Not even jump ball, but just like aggressive face catches. And he couldn't do it. And then we missed the field goal right at the end. That's insane. I already know the moment I go into editing and look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, yep. We sold. But I swear it was on target. Am I crazy? Did it glitch out? Because it did feel like the bar changed, right? Like, the trajectory was really low for a while. Wow, what a freaking upgrade for Dial, by the way. 2 to man coverage, 3 to zone is insane. But it seemed like it changed, no? Like, the trajectory was, like, kind of low, and then out of nowhere, it got really high into the sky, and I think that's what happened. The wind took it? I don't even know. I also thought the wind was to the right. 6 pass block, excuse me? 6 pass block, huh? Okay, sure, I guess. That's kind of insane, but we dropped 2 games in a row, which, I mean, that's probably going to kill our chances at the bye week, right? I know the Ravens, they looked like they were losing that game, and we'd only be a game behind, but at this point, it might even be some other team sneaking in and maybe not even just stealing the first-round bye, but the division from us. Maybe the Houston Texans or the Raiders end up stealing it from the Ravens or us. It feels like it's been a battle between us and the Ravens, but keeping this door open for so long, someone else is going to walk through it. Can't believe we lost that game. I knew it was a trap game too, and the Cardinals, their season's not over. 6-8, they have a chance to sneak in maybe as the 7th seed at 9-8. Very well could happen, but only time will tell. And as another winnable game we drop, it's just I hope Polk comes back next week. Polk coming back next week could be like the savior. But yeah, there goes KC and Chicago next week's next 2 matchups. Really going to be tough. Obviously, the Chiefs for obvious reason, and the Bears, I'd imagine they're pretty damn developed by now too. So we could drop another. There is actually a universe where at 9-3 we miss the playoffs. We just dropped 2 in a row now. It's 9-5. We could genuinely miss the playoffs. The Chiefs and the Bears next, those are 2 losable games. Hell, I would even argue that the Chiefs are like super high, highly likely to win against us, and the Bears are pretty damn close as well. We got to do better. We got to do something different. I don't know what it is. Got to go something more basic on offense, passing-wise. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but yeah, there was some misplays in this game that just so many drop passes. Like, what are the drop pass numbers in this one? Like, it's got to be multiple. Oh, they don't show it after the fact? Well, that kind of sucks. But yeah, there was a lot of drop pass in that game, unfortunately, and a lot of mistakes by us in general. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. And that's basically going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, which next video would probably be COD Campaign Part 3 on the second channel later tonight. Maybe check it out. But until next video, see ya! And once again, shout out to the members of the channel. I appreciate you guys a ton. And that's really it. Not going to say to join, just that's it. See ya.